Can you please comment on the challenges faced by peacekeepers in Cote d'Ivoire as a result of the post-election crisis?
The Ivory Coast is a large country in Western Africa. After the elections, about 3,000 people were killed. It's a long history of the last 10 years of disinvestment and of problems relating to local conflict. And so the UN is there really to assist the Ivorians in creating time for them to rebuild their country. So we have our military there who helps the human security of the citizens. As without security there will be no investment. We are there to assist the reconciliation process because there's been so much harm done in those 10 years, 12 years, that people still have to find each other. A third party can be very useful for that. And certainly we help with the peace dividend to show to the Ivorians, the young people of Ivory Coast who have nothing known but conflict, that there is another future in the creation of work, in the return of services, and giving them a perspective for a new future.
Secondly, how can the international community support reconciliation and political dialogue in Cote d'Ivoire?
It's not an easy task. Reconciliation is not something that you can proclaim from one day to the other. And it's up to the Ivorians themselves to find peace and reconciliation. But sometimes it's very helpful if there's an organization that assists in this reconciliation process by bringing people to the table, by going to the different villages and towns of Cote d'Ivoire to ensure that traditional leaders, the youth, the women, the young entrepreneurs are starting to talk about a new future rather than the problems of the past and the hatred that have existed for so many years. That is the role of the United Nations, to be there for all Ivorians without exclusion, without discrimination, and to assist the Ivorian players to find each other and to build a new future for the country. I'm optimistic about that. It will not be easy, but you see a lot of progress. People want to turn the page, and we can assist that turning of the page a bit more quicker than otherwise would be the case.
Lastly, Mr. Koenders, what advice would you give to SAIS students interested in pursuing a career in peacekeeping?
I think it's a magnificent career. Peacekeeping is extremely important, and it gives you so many opportunities to work. If you're in the economic field, you can assist on assisting the peace dividend, for instance. If you're in security studies, you can assist on how the military could protect civilians. If you're working on political dialogue or more the political aspects of international relations, you learn how to mediate. So I think there are lots of opportunities. What you should do is not only look for UN peacekeeping operations. Mediation and peace building you can do in NGOs, in business, in your foreign service. And at some point you can also do it for peacekeeping operations. Peacekeeping operations work with lots of other organizations. Some do it in the UN, some do it in regional organizations like the ECOWAS or the African Union or the European Union or in NATO. You can work in different settings, but you need a mix of skills in which you understand different cultures, the policy of mediation, and applying it in certain fields such as the economy, such as in security, such as in political dialogue. So I hope everybody joins us. We need a lot of peacekeepers. We need a lot of people who invest in peace. You can do that in different areas of work, in business, in government, in NGOs, but also in UN peacekeeping operations.
Thank you very much, Mr. Koenders.
You're welcome.